The climate change sceptic Lord Christopher Monckton has angered Australia's Jewish community by comparing the federal government's climate change advisor Ross Garnaut to Adolf Hitler. Lord Monckton is due to speak at a mining conference in Perth next week, but it's unlikely he'll get a warm reception from political leaders. Hamish Fitzsimmons reports.
The climate change debate is getting ugly. There have been reports of death threats against scientists, and now the views of the federal government's climate change advisor, Professor Ross Garnaut, are being compared to Nazism.
Heil Hitler. On we go.
The comparison was made last month at a conference in the US by prominent climate change sceptic Lord Christopher Monckton. He says Professor Garnaut's suggestion that people should accept the mainstream science of climate change is akin to fascism.
That again is a fascist point of view, that you merely accept authority without question.
Australia's political elite has been quick to condemn Lord Monckton.
Monckton is a vaudeville artist. He has no credibility politically or scientifically, particularly in the United Kingdom, and he is a professional sensationalist. So he says these outrageous things in order to get into the press.
It's worked. The controversial British peer is due to speak at a conference in Perth next week, organised by the Association of Mining and Exploration Companies. Tony Abbott is also a keynote speaker. He says he won't be meeting Lord Monckton.
I thought that those comments were offensive and over the top, and I repudiate them. I'm happy to go to the AMEC conference.
Who speaks at a particular conference is a matter for the conference organisers, and who else attends is a matter for those people. But certainly this was very offensive conduct, grossly unacceptable conduct.
The conference organisers say they're not standing in judgment of the views of those attending, and they're not cancelling Lord Monckton's appearance. The target of Lord Monckton's attack says it's an affront to democracy.
It is a bitter and distorted debate that we're having in Australia.
But the Nazism comparisons have angered many in Australia's Jewish community.
We're really disappointed that he would stoop to that level in trivialising, one of the worst episodes of the 20th century that the swastika and the Nazis represented, to be used in what should be a very important public policy debate.
Dr. Colin Rubinstein heads the Australia, Israel and Jewish Affairs Council. He's also a political scientist who's lectured in the environment and politics. He says some of the language used by both sides of the debate is counterproductive.
For example, the deliberate and provocative use of the term denial, Holocaust denial, for the alleged critics or sceptics is also entirely inappropriate. It clouds what should be a serious debate about the implications of climate change.
Lord Monckton is a former journalist and advisor to the Thatcher government who's falsely claimed to be a member of Britain's House of Lords and a Nobel Peace Laureate. He's used Nazi analogies